morning, eve, or night, whatever time you're watching at. My name's Anaface, and we're back on track. And today, it's a very special day for me, as you may see by the title, which says you're legally required to follow me immediately, or you will be, I don't know, in trouble, I guess. It's my birthday! Yay! It's birthday time! Where's my hat? It's birthday time! Isn't it wonderful? Today, I am planning on checking a little Minecraft world I did back on April Fools with a story behind it and explain said story because I don't know, to me, that world, that story, that whole idea was important to me. It was meaningful, and I think there's no better day to mention it than my birthday. But before we do that, I need to make a thumbnail for the YouTube bots. Wonderful. Wonderful. It is made. It was too simple not to make the YouTube bots thumbnail there. It was extremely easy. But yes, today is my birthday. You're not knowing my age because I don't want you to know that. Just know that I'm adult age. I think that's relevant. I am adult age. And we're here. We're live. Again, this is going to be a short stream. I just want to show you the world, explain you the story I had in mind for that world, and just get it out of my system because I put some effort into it. And I'm gonna be honest, it was an April Fool's video where I said I was joining the Dream SMP, and I checked a person who did the recreation of the DSMP and Minecraft and downloaded their map, created my own world for quote-unquote lore, and started to make a story, right? Because sometimes I get what I call the Wattpad protagonist block. Okay, I need to take off the hat because it's not moving with me. Right, so I have what I sometimes call the Wattpad protagonist block, which means for whatever fucking reason, the planets align and something I want to happen happens. And I said, might as well give it a shot, don't you know? Might as well try it out, see if the planets align this time, and I get noticed by who I want to get noticed, but it didn't happen. It is how it is that way. It was April Fool's, probably people saw it coming, it doesn't really matter. It was an attempt and it didn't work, and so on. But now the Dream SMP is coming to an end. To my understanding, it's going to be ending sometime soon, which means any chance I had to get in it is minimal to gone. And I like the story I made, the character Anaface. Who she was, her past, her connections to current characters, so on and so forth, right? So I decided that since it's my birthday and it's a special day, I wanted to let go of that world and move on into something new. Don't just leave it behind like it meant nothing because, like I said, to me, it did mean something. Now, that being said, we can travel to the world of Minecraft. If it loads. There it goes. Alright. Hello. Welcome to Minecraft. We love this place. Now, this is not the skin this Anaface should have in the end. She should look like my other VTuber model, more or less, which I'm gonna switch to really quickly, just so you get an idea of what she was meant to look like. If I remember where I can change avatar selection. Okay, she was meant to look more like this. This is what the Anaface skin in the end should have looked like. Let me go back to chatting so you get a better look at her. This is what she should have looked like, okay? This Anaface has more animalistic traits. She has some sort of tiara or crown around her forehead. She has fangs. She has slit pupils, the long ears with the dark tips. She's wearing a dress. My interpretation of this Anaface was that she liked the royal vibe, right? This Anaface liked the royal vibe because she herself used to be the queen of the end. I will talk more of that further. She herself used to be the Queen of the End. Okay, back to Minecraft. Going back, back. I need to return to my normal model. Well, no, I'm gonna leave this one for exposition, okay? I'm gonna leave that one for exposition. So that's the skin this should have looked like, but I never got that far because I didn't have enough time and whatever. But that was what she was supposed to look like. Now, Anaphase starts the lore in this room. She's tired, she looks outside the window, she sees her realm, her world, whatever, and moves on. As always, here is lunch. So, in this context, Anaphase is supposed to be trapped inside the End. I chose this because in the Dream SMP, the End realm is banned. So, in my context, is my mic on? I feel like my mic is not on and I've been just talking. No, it is on. Okay. So in this context, the End is not banned for a bad reason. It's not to keep them outside of the End, the players, is to keep her trapped inside. Okay, that was my context for it. Whoops. Well, whatever. I broke that. It was an accident. So, in this world, since Dream XD is the god of protection, if I remember correctly, the one who keeps people out of the End. Sure. Since he's the one to do that, it was in this context that I chose that Anaphase would be kept here by Dream XD, who provided her food, who gave her plenty of tasks to keep her busy in this jail of her own where she's lonely and abandoned. So here is the task, quote unquote, the task to clean the room, to eat the breakfast, that check the lamps on the road. We're gonna see in a moment. We're working to change them, of course, to keep the Endermen away from the fountain because what hurts them, to make more candles, which is something to keep her entertained, and that I took from Tangle the movie. If you remember, there's a bit in the first song where she's making candles to pass the time. Yeah, to broom the pad and to clean the windows from her own room. And then to have fun after finishing it. And this was life. So, I'm gonna do that. So, in this context, first of all, Anaphase has been trapped here for probably a couple centuries, maybe more. So she will often just try to do this and harm herself. However, it does not happen, for XD has taken precautions, and here is actually the precaution he says here. I noticed you kept falling, I made it safer. You're trapped here and you need to stay alive. So you need to stay safe, and I'm going to make sure you stay safe here, even if you're unhappy, because in my interpretation of Dream XD, how I perceive that character, he does not care for emotions, but for rules to be followed. Whatever, this world is over anyway. So I put a slime and I put carpet, you can figure it out. So life in that moment left me a book there that is no longer there because it's on the stream, where you can find in my beloved YouTube bots video. Wink wink, wink wink. It's on YouTube, it's on my Twitch page, go follow. But yes, so in this aspect we can see the End realm, right? Just so you know, I did not hollow all the towers, but I did leave candles on every single one of them, white candles. Because, like I mentioned, Anaphase was the Queen of the End. And this is where life comes in. So in my lore, in my mental lore, Anaphase started out as the End Dragon, right? In the ancient times, she was an Ender Dragon. And all the scandals that are left in front of every tower is representing of a fallen dragon that once existed in this reality, right? And all the things are on because I chose to, just because I wanted to, period. I thought it looked cool. But yes, she used to be an End Dragon. She was the last End Dragon that humanity came and destroyed. Now, we know that in the canon lore, there is the Goddess of Life, which a lot of the people have assumed as Tommy's mother, and the Goddess of Death, which is Momsa, right? So, the goddess of life is heartbroken that one of her creations no longer exists. That one of her creations is forever gone because of the greed of another of her creations, the one that looks most alike to her. In her grief, she decides to bless this last soul with life again. She goes to Lady Death and requests her help, right? She requests her help to bring back the soul of that lost dragon. And Lady Death ends up agreeing. So together, the two goddesses create new life from the remaining egg. And from that egg is Anaphase. Anaphase is born as a god, like them, made in their image. And for the first time, to my knowledge, in this context, for the first time, a god or goddess was born without a purpose. Life just felt bad and wanted her creation to have a better life. And this was her way of giving it new life, right? This was her way of giving her new life. And overall, I'm not gonna tell all the story I had planned for her because blah 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 blah. It's a lot, but some of it. So, like I said, the fallen dragons, she was reborn and was started as a god. However, basing myself, this has a lot of thought into it, or to me at least, it seemed very smart. So we know how the end dragon can heal through magic with these crystals. So in in my version of it, Anaphase would have been a catalyst for other gods to use their abilities to enhance their magic, because she herself could transmit healing magic to her from the crystals, right, when she was a dragon. So to me, that made a lot of sense. She would become the catalyst, and then she would be recognized by humanity as the goddess of calamity. And this is because it's my imagination of ancient times, before the SMP, before the people, whatever, that Anaphase was so used by the gods at that point that she simply thought they harmed humanity because they were bad and that she should do so too, and she was very willing to help them into being the catalyst and using their powers through her to cause chaos, so the gods themselves would remain still adored by humanity, but she, the goddess of calamity, would be hated, even though they could do nothing against her. Was it a mod or can... Oops. Yeah, it's a mod. There's a mod where you can turn them on and off. Okay, but yeah. So Anaphase is the goddess of calamity at that point. And she's blinded by rage and the stories told of her creation, of how humanity took her away, the last of her kind, which she learns more of after getting trapped here, taking away the last of her kind and putting her away. So she is heartbroken and she wishes to avenge herself and her people by hurting the humans. But eventually, life and death step in because her reign of chaos and, calamity, as I said, is putting at risk everything she loves. It's putting at risk the balance of life and death, for life cannot create enough replacements for the death and destruction Anaphase is causing. So the two goddesses make an intervention with her. They call her in, and she's very endeared by them. They are, in a way, I wouldn't say they're their mom, because they're not, but she holds them very dearly. Like, those are her favorite goddesses, right? So she listens to them, and life and death try to show her that not all humanity is bad, that there is some good worth saving. That is what they try to show their creation that is out of control. And bit by bit, they are successful in it. They are successful in showing their creation that not everything is bad. However, at this point, the other gods are already consumed in the power Anaphase gives them, because she's giving their own already powerful beings a very big boost. So Anaphase is trying to stop being bad or evil or whatever you want to call it. And she can't, because now, since she's a catalyst, she can be used against her will. Something life and death never do, which reinforces her care or attachment or endearment to them. Okay? This is why this was actually a gift from Death, which is Momsa Kristen. That's what it's signed with a K. She's one of the few gods, if not the only one, that visits and decided to give her a gift, knowing she cannot stay forever, but still holds her dear as well. So Anaphase decides to bake up a plan. If the gods can catalyze their powers into her, maybe she can catalyze the power herself into herself, right? Like the End Dragon did with the crystals to heal. So her plan is to link the god's magic or the world's magic to herself to become magic in its purest form, transform from the goddess of catalysm, the goddess of calamity into the goddess of magic. That is her plan, and she cannot do it alone. She requests the help of life and death, which very eagerly help her. Right? Very eagerly help her. And with that, it takes a lot of time and a lot of practice to use things to catalyze magic without the other gods realizing their magic was being used, blah 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 blah. Right? You get the main idea. So one day, Life asks for a personal conversation with Anaphase, and she does. The gods never question it. A lot of the time, even Life needed help. So Life, being a god, has created everything, knows the ins and outs of everything she's brought into the world. But she herself has never been able to experience things for the first time. She has never been able to experience things for the first time. So she wants to create a god, a little godling, that can just, whose only purpose is to live like a human, to grow like a human, to experience things for the first time like she never could. But if she creates a new god, it's gonna be a big influx of energy, which means the gods are going to notice, and the purpose of that god will be disregarded because it's not quote unquote useful. Okay? So Life requests that when Anaphase does the converting into the goddess of magic, of linking all magic to her, to be the same time she creates this new godling that we're going to refer to as Sunshine, which will be my opposite since I cause so much death and destruction, right? And I'm Starlight in this context. I could be called Starlight as well. So Anaphase, having owned a lot to Life, agrees. She agrees to help her, and she does. That whole linking magic, Sunshine is created and hid away from the world because the world does not like him. And that would be a part of the main part of the story, right? So when Anaphase links the whole magic to her, she's called into court or an intervention with all of the gods because they are unhappy of what she did. However, she planned this. She planned it all the way because she knows that now that all magic is linked to her, if they try to reset her or kill her and start again with such a powerful quote unquote weapon, all magic would die with her, which would leave gods as nothing but mere mortals, which is a risk they're not taking. And that's why Anaphase was locked in here. A place where she cannot escape, a place that is familiar and that will keep her safe, so all magic can continue working in the world the way it has. Right? That's the beginning of the story. Right? The past, the receipts of Anaphase and her creation and why she does what she does. So back to the present time, where Life left me the message here. Oh, I forgot to mention that after Anaphase gets locked in here, she starts to just have a certain hate or anger towards Life because, unlike Lady Death, Life has never spoken to her. She did not stand up for her. She never visits, nothing. And that angers her because she held her to such a high standard, and there was nothing in return, right? So after that, there was a book here, right? I don't remember exactly what it said because in part of the lore, the end said that to please destroy the book, so XD wouldn't find it and wouldn't know what happened or how she got out. But the book basically said that Life needed her help because Sunshine was in danger. Sunshine was harmed. Sunshine ended up in Death's realm, a place he was never designed to be. And in this context of my story, which could change, would have been adapted to whatever whoever needed, Sunshine was meant to be Tommy. He would be the god of joy, the god of friendship, the god of loyalty, the god of unity, the god of every single beauty in life, every single wonder in life, for he was life's most wonderful creation, right? And Anna faced while being mad at life, she is not mad at Sunshine, at Tommy, because he was not at fault of it. It was not his fault that all of this happened, and she understands that. And she did get to interact with baby Sunshine, baby Tommy at the time, and she grew attached to him. It was endearing, right? A god that's never hurt her and probably never will because that's not his planned purpose. So, being convinced that Sunshine needs protection and her help and whatever, um, here Anna Face thinks and questions herself if she should help, if this is a trap, if this is maybe a test from XD. She isn't sure, but knowing that Sunshine truly needs help and support, she decides to step in. Right? She uses a sponge that life left her and takes a potion that would give her a bit of her magic back because when she was locked in here, her ability to use magic was locked away too. That will give her a little bit of her magic, so she jumps into the portal. She jumps into the portal. I never respond here, but she would jump into a portal, and I switch scenes to the Minecraft world of the Dream SMP. Right? Let me go back to here. Let me go back to the other model for a moment. Let me switch back really quickly to my other model. There we go. We're back. Right. So after traveling and ending back on the Dream SMP, she is confused and she's thinking and she's everything, right? I remember this place because it was supposed to be from the Carl streams of Tales of the SMP, the town that went mad. She even was going to make a mention to Cornelius, wondering if he was still around. And she was going to explore the world and try to find Sunshine slash Tommy and move on from that, right? She was gonna try and do that and move on and continue her life, protecting him. Now, I know that, oh, she's the goddess of magic. She's probably going to be very OP. What a self entered. No, no. Well, I chose the goddess of magic. I knew that was too OP. And like, OP is not fun. So, uh, in the trial she had for her treason, quote unquote treason against the gods for stealing their magic, she was cursed. And the more powerful magic she used, the more she would get corrupted, until at some point she would become the beast she once was, right? She at some point would become the Ender Dragon again if she used her magic too much. So that was going to be a limitation in game and in lore and in roleplay for her to not use her magic for every minor inconvenience. She literally cannot. If she does, then she's going to lose her humanity and her consciousness and become a mindless, angry monster, right? That was the main plot because I don't know how it would have fully developed in interacting with the people and their ideas and their contribution and switching ideas for back and forth to see what aligned more with us. Well, I didn't plan it out completely. I did think maybe having some sort of connection to Rambu's past, or maybe the Endarian race or something like that, but I didn't define it very well because I haven't seen Rambu lore in a while, so I need to recheck it. But overall, that was the main idea. And the first time Anaphase found Sunshine, or Tommy, or whatever name we're going for, he was going to be facing off against Dream and losing. And he was going to hear some sort of voice whisper thing telling him to run, to follow the voice and to keep running. And Anaphase would use her magic to create illusions. By magic, I said to spawn an X amount of villagers and have a texture pack, a texture pack designed so all the villagers have a tummy in its skin and have tummy in its phrases to quote unquote confuse Dream, right? To confuse Dream because suddenly there are 1,000 tummy units and who's the real one? How did he do it? Blah blah blah. But that was the main story of what she was, what she did, why she's now, why she was trapped, why she's escaping, and what her purpose is moving forwards. I just, like I said, the story. Well, I knew wouldn't really get anywhere. It did meant a lot to me. It did put a lot of thought into the story to connect into the current lore, to not modify previous lore established because I was a really big fan. But it's ending, so fuck it. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that was my main idea of how to make it work, and I think it would have worked, right? And from that point onward, for a meeting, I don't know how that would have developed. So I cannot tell for certain what would or wouldn't have happened. But still, I think it was something really, I don't know. I think it was a good story. It could have been a good story to develop if I had had the chance, but I didn't have the chance, so it's a shame. But it's my birthday. Yes, I'm doing this so you can. I'm using my birthday to have you have pity with me and share this to them. I know I'm evil, but yeah. So I don't know. I just wanted to tell the story. I wanted to let it out. Everything I planned, who she was, who she is, and who she will be. And yeah, I think that's everything I had to let out of my chest, right? So that being said, I think it's goodbye time. Aw. Wait, let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back to here. Let me go back to the game. Uh, wait. Jukebox. And let me look for a disc. Uh, I think it's this one. Other side. Yeah. I really like that song. Wait, let me put the volume a bit higher up here to see how it's listening. Okay, yeah, it's listening maybe a little too loud now. Uh, there. I think there is good enough. Do-do-do. Na-na-na-da-da. Na-na-na-da. Okay, we can switch back to Minecraft as a final goodbye, I would suppose. Alright, we're back in Minecraft, we're back here, we're back with my character, and it's a good song. I really like it. I found it by accident in my survival world, and I fell in love with the song. It's relaxing, it's chill, it's a good ending song. I like it very, very much. So, with the story being told, and if you like it, I can probably come up with a new story, a new world to explore, a new character to tell the story through that does not involve something I have little to no chances of being a part of, despite how much I would like to. But I'm a fan of it. What fan wouldn't like to be a part of it, right? So, that being said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this. If you share this, if you like it, if you subscribe, if you follow, I appreciate it at the bottom of my heart, and I will always hold you dear to me. But my time has come to leave, my time has run out, and I need to move on. And I think you do too. So I hope to see you next time. So before I leave, remember to follow me on my Twitter, which is on my Twitch page, right? It's on my Twitch page, don't forget it. You can follow me there. You can follow me here on Twitch if you're watching this live. If you're watching this later, don't forget to follow me. If you're watching this on the YouTube bots, please consider subscribing, leave a comment. Come on, it's my birthday. You have to do it. It's a must. You have to do it for me. It's my birthday. It's my birthday gift. Come on. A follow, a subscribe, a share, a like, anything and everything matters to me and it makes a difference and it would really make my day even more special. So please consider it. Please try it out. Please let me know what I can do to improve, what else you would like to see. And overall, I love you. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being here. Anaface is out.